Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Thursday, June 24th. Hope you are having an outstanding day. I know that I am, and I do appreciate you tuning in today and whenever you do tune in. Today, my guest is going to be Dave Thompson. Dave is with Woods Basement Systems, and he hasn't entered the studio yet, but he's going to just immediately here in the very near future. And we'll talk with Dave about all kinds of different ways to make sure that your home stays a healthy, happy, safe place to live. As this is a big day, Thursday, June 24th. Let me tell you some things that are going on around the area. The Fairfield City Band is going to be in action tonight. And, okay, now, folks, speaking of, I probably should have waited until Dave sat in for this. Speaking of foundation problems, they are replacing a water line or a sewer line or a foundation line, or they're doing something under the front lawn of the Wayne County Courthouse. So what the city band has had to do. Hi, Dave.
Bruce.
Have a seat, man.
All right.
You're off camera still.
Okay, buddy.
But we are going.
It is great to see you.
It's great to see you, too. Thank you very much for being here. What the city band has had to do, well, actually, Dave, this kind of would make sense to you, too, as the city band. Scoot this way. I've got you out of camera. Yeah, we're social distancing over, pal.
It is over.
It is over.
Good
Great to see you. And that actually, we're going to have the chat about that too in a second. But no, the Fairfield City Band tonight is having to play at the high school because they're going to be outside on the lawn at the high school because they are redoing the foundation or a grate, sewer grate underneath the courthouse lawn of Fairfield. You guys don't do that part too, do you?
No.
You're just the house part.
Well, we do some commercial work, but it's more structural.
Yeah.
Not so much the plumbing of the city, if you want to call it that. So.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I just thought I'd make sure everybody saw that you were here. Glad you made it here safely.
Yes.
Okay, what else going on today? Oh, yeah, so if you want to see the city band tonight, you need to go to the Fairfield High School, and that's going to be on the front lawn out there at the Fairfield High School, actually a little bit over on the west side. Over in Salem tonight at the Young's Chapel Christian Church, you're off camera now, by the way, if you want to get your stuff together, whatever. Do whatever you want.
Drink some water.
The Wilderness Escape VBS taking place this morning, and that is at Young's Chapel Christian Church. This is their Wilderness Escape for kids age 3 years old through 7th grade. Going to be music, story time, snacks, and crafts, all kinds of things. Also tonight, over in, I believe this is in Altamont, they are going to have the On the Rocks Pub and Grub. On the Rocks Pub and Grub tonight. Thursday, Thunder is back. On the Rocks Pub and Grub for delicious food, great music as well, fun games, awesome, I said awesome prizes. Party starts at 5 o'clock tonight. All vehicles are welcome, not just motorcycles. You know what I said? Awesome prizes.
Like 8 times.
That means it's awesome.
It's like capital A.
That's exactly right.
Exclamation mark.
Yeah, exactly right. Also going on tonight, it's a sketch party in Effingham at 6 o'clock tonight. This is going to be at the Effingham Public Library. An in-person sketch party with Danielle Hardin. They're going to create a beautiful work of art using paper and gel pens. Supplies will be provided. Teens, adults, all invited. That'll be in the workman room. Now, you do need to register, so I'd give them a call up at the Effingham Public Library if you are interested in that. What else is going on today? This is June 24th, National Pralines Day. National Pralines Day honors confection made from nuts, whether in whole pieces or ground and sugar syrup. Pralines may also refer to any chocolate cookie containing the ground powder of nuts. Around the world, Candy makers create their pralines a little bit differently. In Belgium, the Belgian pralines contain a hard chocolate shell with a softer, sometimes liquid filling. French pralines are a combination of almonds and caramelized sugar, but American pralines, they contain milk or cream and are softer and creamier, resembling fudge. They also have pecans in them as opposed to the other style. Did you know that pralines, whenever they came to the Americas, came to Louisiana? And that's why they started. Louisiana had all kinds of pecan trees rather than almond trees, so that's why they started making pralines with
which
pecans.
is my preference, pecan.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because an almond praline is just kind of just sitting there.
Yeah.
But a pecan praline, you get a nice little separation of texture.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. Yeah. That's. I'm making it up as I go along.
It sounded great.
What else is going on today, folks? This is National Bomb Pop Day, the last Thursday in June, reserved for enjoying a summertime favorite on National Bomb Pop Day. Its rocket shape and vivid colors remind everyone of fireworks. This, of course, the last Thursday in June. Patriotic and frozen into the shape of a star ready to rocket across the sky, the bomb pop came to fruition during the Cold War, invented in 1955. And guess. I'm going to make you guess. You are a smart young man.
What am I guessing?
Where was the bomb pop created? I'll give you a state. Well, you liked it there. It's in Kansas City, Missouri. That was kind of tough. To ask you that was kind of a tough question. Yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is National Handshake Day. National Handshake Day on the last Thursday of June. Each year, people across the nation observe National Handshake Day. Of all the various forms of greeting, the handshake is perhaps one of the most ancient. The origin of the handshake is hard to pinpoint. However, a lot of folks back in the archaeological ruins show that handshaking was practiced in ancient Greece as far back as the 5th century BC as a gesture of peace and demonstrating the hand held no weapon. So how about that? Show you there a demonstration of a manly handshake. Approach person's line of sight, look person in the eye and smile. No limp fish. No death grip, but a firm grip. I got to tell you,
no finger grab.
That's right.
Grab the whole thing.
That's exactly right. And actually, you see the webbing thing there is important. Woo-hoo! That's right. That's right. You're supposed to have the webbing meeting and that kind of thing. So so there you go. Now, granted, he and I we've both been vaccinated and we are both healthy as horses anyway. So I'm glad to see folks getting back in the handshake, aren't you? Exactly. I mean, this is kind of silly.
Yeah. Unless you're playing basketball.
Oh, yeah. If you're playing basketball, you're not going to catch it on the elbow. You're going to get that in the ribs.
Yeah, that's right.
So, So this is National Handshake Day, ladies and gentlemen. Get out and enjoy that. What else is going on today, folks? Here on What's on TV, What's on Wabash, let me tell you. NBA basketball playoffs going on today. The Western Conference Championships continue at 8 o'clock tonight. Phoenix leads the Clippers 2-0. That'll be on ESPN Channel 601. Hockey, Western Conference Championships. It's Vegas at Montreal. Montreal holds a 3-2 lead. I don't know how, but they do. And that'll be on USA Network tonight. Also, Major League Baseball. Cardinals have the day off. The Cubs are in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. Zach Davies versus Walker Buehler. That's on Marquee Network, Channel 597. Also, MLB baseball all day long on the MLB Network, starting around 11 o'clock. Yankees will be playing Kansas City. That is Channel 599. This is Dave Thompson. I'm Bruce Dickey, and we'll be back right after this on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
We get going. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce. Guess who's here? It is Dave Thompson. Dave Thompson from Woods Basement Systems. You can find them at woodsbasementsystems.com. You'll see it there on your screen. That's right, right? .com. And Dave is here. I tell people that you are here to basically make sure their houses are healthy, safe, livable, and just happy, joy.
Exactly.
Is that right?
That's what we're here. We dry up those wet basements, and then you can have fun down there. We seal up encapsulate the crawl spaces. Mm-hmm. So that's a great product, because not only does it make the home healthier and more comfortable feeling, mm-hmm. it actually lowers your utility bills and power bills. It's a product over time that pays for itself.
Well, we've talked about that. And I welcome back to the show. By the way.
Great to be back.
I do appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Tell me how Woods Basement Systems is doing, because I know you folks have a great story to tell. Whenever I call you, this is the coolest thing, folks. So whenever you call Woods Basement Systems, by golly, they'll tell you all about the prizes that you're winning and that kind of thing.
Well, we've been a top 10 dealer for our dealer network now for 18 years in a row.
Wow.
And some great products that are manufactured in the processes to stabilize homes, make them healthier, like you said, and energy efficient, and, of course, dry in the basement. Yeah. But it's just the science that went into the products is just unbelievable. But really, our people, our team really cares about fixing problems and making happy homeowners. Yeah. So it's, everybody can have great products. It's the people that make the difference.
How big is Woods now? I mean, it seems like we
got over 200 people working for us. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we have 200 people working for us. We're the dealer in Central and Southern Illinois. Yeah. It's our territory. It's our patented products. Few patented procedures, too. There's some things that cannot even be copycatted.
Oh, really?
Because of our procedures. Some of the foundational repair stuff is really, really just scientific and just engineered, and it's just easy to do, permanently solves foundation problems, and restores the value of the home.
You've been doing this for I don't know, 20 years.
21.
21 years.
21
That was pretty close.
in September.
It was 20 last year.
There you go.
When you were here last, it was 20 last year. I'm assuming you're talking about the renovations and the innovations that you folks over the Woods has had. I'm assuming that the industry has just changed, folded over and over on itself in the last 20 years.
It really has. I mean, encapsulating a crawl space was unheard of. You had to have it ventilated. Code had it with air movement, and some of them had conditioned air had to be in it if you put any type of permanent barrier in there. And without sealing the outside vents. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. We're going to put heated air in the crawl space to let it go outside?
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. That code has all changed.
Oh, really?
We led the industry in the factual and the science of it, and has proven that.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I still have. I've got. I have an old home and I take care of another older home, and we still have the vents
that you adjust.
That we adjust every spring and every fall. You close the vents, I think, in the fall and open them in the winter, right? Or open them in the spring?
In the summer, spring. Right?
Okay,
exactly. But.
I'm glad I've got that right.
Got that right. Well, the thing is, a lot of duct work is in the crawl space.
Yeah.
All right. And even if it's sealed, which is fine, the temperature transfer, when it's got cold air going to the back bedroom, but you got a hot crawl space because it's August, guess what happens? The back bedroom doesn't get as comfortable.
Doesn't get cold, does it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the same thing's true in the summer.
Yeah.
You got the hot air trying to get to there. It leaches out into the crawl space when it's so cold, and the back bedroom is cold. We fix those things.
What did we learn? I mean, how did we? If 20 years ago we were still having to ventilate all this stuff, why did we? What happened? What was the change to make us decide? Let's close it up.
Evidence, because even with a plastic vapor barrier that's not sealed at the perimeter, the plastic you'll see you'll see condensation under the plastic, and people think, oh, it's doing its job. It's blocking the transfer of moisture and vapor from getting up into the wood or feeding mold. No,
not if it's on that side. If it's on that side of it, it's
and it vents out at the perimeter, and then your sill plate gets bad. Your sill plate starts rotting. The floor joists at the perimeter start rotting, and it's just time and evidence. Plus, the code was written for ventilation, and then for the curb appeal or the aesthetics, you could get a permit to not have it on the front of your house.
Okay.
So you could get an exemption to not have it on the front. And guess where the worst rot
that's where that's where it's going to rot.
Exactly. Exactly. So it just took time to show the evidence. And we had those dealers doing it across the country, the Midwest and the southern states, because they don't have basements in the South.
Right.
And it just evidence after evidence after evidence said, maybe these guys are right.
We
changed the industry.
That's really cool. That makes sense that the practitioners.
There you go.
The practitioners who are out there on site working on these things are the ones to basically
see it every day.
The code makers, the businesses, not the businesses, but the government, the government engineers that this is not working. This is how we need to do things.
And then their code is designed with the square footage and the things for the air vapor, the venting. But as soon as you take the two vents off the front of the house, you null and void it. You don't have enough ventilation. And like you said, Bruce, that's where the problems occur first.
Yeah.
Where there's lack of ventilation. So it's either super ventilate, which how do you
How do you know how to do that?
Well,
I mean, how do you do that economically?
They put fans in there all the time. But if you have unsealed ducts again that aren't insulated, you're just trying to cool the great outdoors in the summer. Impossible. Or
not able to do.
Or heated in the winter, which is foolish.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to show. I tell you what I want to do. I've got some pictures. I should have gone around my own house because I think I've got issues at my own house, but I'm kind of scared to show Dave. But the cool thing is, it's not.
I've probably seen it.
You probably have seen it. Yeah. I hope you've seen
and snakes. And possums
and cats. Oh,
a spider or two.
Oh, yeah.
There's a spider or two down there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna show you some pictures, folks, of the indications that you might need to start thinking about it.
There you go.
Make sense? All right. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. This is Dave Thompson. I'm Bruce, back right after this. Stick around.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Morning, folks. Welcome back, Big Talk. By the way, it's that one with the circle of blue on it.
Gotcha.
Just not that one. I didn't want you looking in
I'm
the
looking
wrong
right in the middle.
there.
No.
You're looking exactly right in the middle. That's exactly right. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Dave Thompson is here from Woods Basement System, and we are talking about a wide variety of things today. But mainly we've been talking about what the Woods. How does one decide that they need what are the signs? What pops up that makes somebody decide they might need some help? I mean, well, I'm sitting around right now at my house, and I figure that as long as nothing goes wrong, I'm fine. But it may not.
Yeah. Well,
there are some indicators, though, aren't there?
Look at your power bill. Because if you have those crawl spaces and we seal it up, your power bill will go down.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how much or how great, but I know by sealing the vents and encapsulating that crawl space, your house will feel more comfortable because the humidity is not getting in this time of year. Well, it's low humidity today, but you know I'm talking about July and August.
Yeah.
Because your air conditioner's got to pump that out.
Yeah.
Well, we seal it out.
Last week was hotter than the blazes
right.
out loud.
So if we can stop it from coming in, guess what? Your air conditioner runs less. That's why the power.
Okay.
That power bill goes down. Your AC runs less. Okay. Now, if you're noticing foundation cracks, like I saw the commercial spot for our wall repair, if you're seeing cracks get bigger at times of years, they probably are, especially on block foundations. Those blocks move with the pressure that comes and go. And if you think the crack's getting bigger, guess what? You're right.
All right, now, let me ask a stupid question. It's going to sound, I'll admit before I ask the question that it's going to sound stupid. But they're not supposed to move, are they?
Well, they're not supposed to, but with the clays and the soils and like this fall, we had such a wet fall and then that hard freeze.
Yeah.
So that expansion pushes on the foundation.
Yeah.
Poured foundations will crack with vertical cracks and they'll tip in a little bit at the top, but block foundations get the center moving in. Now, when it gets this dry, you might go back and say, well, now that crack looks like it went away. That's how much the soils have relaxed. And that,
as they're drying up,
and that wall readjusts back to where it's supposed to be, but it'll come right back again. So if you're having that coming and going, that's not good. They're not supposed to do that.
It's not supposed to do that.
They're not supposed to move in and not pay rent, right?
Oh, I just know that I just know what I've got coming at my house sometime. All right, let's take a look at this one. Now, Take a look at this picture. This one, they were talking about the front porch. You can kind of see the gap down there near that sprinkler and where and folks have tried to repair it. It looks like the house and the front porch the front steps are kind of moving away from each other.
Settling down a little bit. The clays will shrink, and those heavier stone and older homes, older foundations will settle. Have you ever stepped in a mud puddle too, and your foot come out of your shoe?
Sure.
Well, when the grounds get oversaturated with some of these heavy rains and then settle like that, they don't rebound. So that occurs over time, but that's usually the older stone foundations.
I'll show that picture again.
Some of the brick and block foundations do the same thing because they don't necessarily form a footing. They'll pour some concrete in the trench, but it's not really formed. So at different times it's thicker and thinner, and those fracture and deteriorate over time or settle because they're not.
Give me the analogy again about how stepping into the mud and losing my shoe. Because I golf, and this happens when I golf.
I chase my ball too.
Yeah.
But it's the oversaturations of soil.
Okay.
All right. Some people want to have larger gutters and downspouts. Well, that's fine, but the storms that come in blow that rain right against the side of the house and falls right next to the foundation.
Okay.
So when there's times where it's oversaturated, when the footings get wet like that, they settle like when you step in a mud puddle, and they don't recover. They don't bring your foot will come out of the heel, but the shoe got stuck in the mud.
Shoe stuck in the mud.
And then next year, or maybe 5 years later, another major weather event occur without the drainage. So maintaining drainage, we've had neighbors sometimes add on to a house and change the drainage of their downspouts, and now the water's coming through your yard instead of going like to the back or to the front.
Right.
And now that corner of your house is getting saturated, but you don't really see it happening. So all those types of things you need to watch around your house to make sure.
We see on this building, you can kind of see where the sidewalk is like coming off of the building or the home, whatever it is, as well as the.
Well, and you see the new patch.
Step.
You can see the new patch of mortar in
between. The new patch that they're trying to, and that patch. It might work for a time being, but you're going to have to replace that over and over. But it's not going to work overall,
especially if it keeps settling. So we can get in there and pier those things and get them stabilized with galvanized steel and make it permanent.
Wow! All right, let me show another one here. See now, all right, I might have this. This could be my home because it just looks like it's a nice little concrete block, flat base,
there,
a concrete stoop, not a block, but a concrete pour, and I see a little bit of erosion, rabbit hole. Yeah, that's exactly right. So this indicates there might be a problem too.
Well, it could be, especially in the backfill area around the house. That's where the grounds are a little bit softer.
Yeah.
So you could have burrowing critters or whatever. But we have a great poly-level injection system. It's like cellular concrete, but lightweight. And we can actually pour that in there to stabilize the soils and get a little bit of lift if it's settled. But mainly, if you can stop that before it breaks free, because usually there's some foundation studs holding the back side of that stoop in place. But over time, when it's just hanging by these studs, they rust.
You got to catch them.
Catch it before it gets bad.
Catch it early,
because otherwise you're paying more. You got to fix the lift and the porch, especially if it hasn't cracked yet. Because once it starts getting out of balance, there's going to be a crack. So fix it before it gets worse.
And that kind of, to tell you the truth, Dave, that's kind of the truth with everything is, like your health or your golf swing, fix it before it gets worse. I mean, we were talking about golf a second ago, but if you feel
there's no fix for my game.
I'll join the club.
Club, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? Well, you see, Dave, I'm a professional.
Well, there you go.
All right. Well, let me take a look at one more now. And okay, now this could be my house. You see, that's basically on top of the. It's on top of the curtains.
The
inside.
Window there, up to
you
the
got
ceiling.
above the window, and you see like the stair step crack. You think, well, I might have just a little bit of occasional issue, but. All I need to do is paint over this, right? Won't that?
Oh, yeah. You have what we call a paint monitor.
That's right.
Because when it recracks again, it's like, oops, it's doing it again. So
you're going to paint
again?
I love your thinking. Yeah, I guess so. Use it over and over.
Yeah. So one of two things. It's settling, or it's that wood rot at the perimeter, right?
Yeah.
So you need to determine exactly what the problem is. If it's a full basement and there's exterior cracks in the foundation or cracks in the brickwork stair stepping as well, that might be more of a foundation issue. But if it's a crawl space, you definitely got to check the wood structure on the inside to determine, is it the wood rot from the mold in the crawl space, or is it actually settling? Sometimes it can be both, but you need to have the right guys that have the right training, the right identifiers out there to know what they're doing.
Actually, looking at that one, that looks like that was not just a paint monitor on that one. That looks like they have put tape monitor on it as well.
Sanded it a little bit, maybe.
Sanded it, and then you also have the ceiling there having an issue too.
I'm glad you point that up, because when you only have a straight line in the ceiling, that's not really an indicator that you may or may not have a problem, because you have some truss heave in the roof sometimes that can cause that. What we're talking about is that irregular stair stepping, or the tearing, if you will, of or the crack on the seam going from the wall up. So different times, maintenance is required for a straight line drywall seam. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that irregular, the stair step, the stuff that
that just shouldn't be there.
That's right. You're right. It's not supposed to be there.
It's not supposed to be there.
Why?
There has to be a reason for it.
There has to be a reason. That's right. The guys didn't build it that way. When you walked in there, it looked great.
I kind of like the thought that my house is flexible and can move in the wind a little.
Right. As we get older and stiffer.
That's exactly right. At least something is staying more flexible. I like that. I like that thought a lot.
Except when the door and windows stick a little bit. Hey, how do I get out of here? I'm free. I can get out. I don't have to stay home.
Exactly right. That's Dave Thompson. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this word. We're talking about keeping your house, your home safe and sound, right?
And healthy.
And healthy. Yeah, we didn't even talk about mold. And that's the first time I brought up the word mold.
You're a professional. Don't worry. I have faith in you.
We might talk about that. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Do your best friend a favor. Take them to Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. One stop for dog boarding. Don't leave them home alone or trust them with someone you don't even trust. Pamper them with the Doggy Daycare. They do grooming, training, and your doggy will love the sweet treats dog barkery. Bakery. Spoiling your pooch 7 days a week. Jagger's Doggy Daycare. Dog grooming, training, and boarding. 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Find them on Facebook or at jaggersdoggydaycare.com.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much for tuning in. The guest today, it is Dave Thompson, and we are talking about we're keeping your home safe and sound.
Yep. Healthy and dry.
House dry. Now, you were mentioning last year with the wet fall. We kind of had a wet spring too.
It did. It came early. It was March and April. Right. We're drying out now very nicely.
Yeah. But, it's nice.
With your crawl space, it's amazing too. People, say inspect your crawl space for water, and it's just like, oh, I got a few inches of water in my crawl space, and then when we get down there, we'll show the high water mark, 18 inches on the sidewall.
Is that right?
No one goes in the crawl space.
Well, they're not going to go in the crawl space when it's wet because they know it might be muddy.
Well, right. But they just, it's sealed or it's closed off. They don't go there. They don't think about it. They just go on with life, which is fine. But if you got 18 inches of water seasonally in your crawl space, that is not good.
Speaking of crawl space, you sent me a 7-second video, by the way.
All right.
You kind of get the idea of what's going on here in the video, but and our microphones will stay on over this. But
right. So that's our flooring mat we put down, so we're not crawling around the mat. Okay. Mud. And then our clean space liner is already up on the wall. So we'll continue that across that matting.
All right.
And then completely seal out your crawl space.
Okay, now you've got the turn down there at the bottom of that wall.
The footing. That's the footing.
Okay, is that what this device is there? Or?
For our basements.
Okay, for a full basement, not a crawl space.
Yeah. So
I got to ask you one other thing. What are the tanks?
That's just our sealant. That's our sealant. We air seal that with our special flex caulk, we call it.
Yeah.
It's a high urethane caulk, and it just seals at the top so air can't leach out from behind that vertical wall. Like we said, when we had the plastic on the floor, the vapor transmits out if you don't seal it. Well, we go across the floor, up the wall, and seal it underneath the floor joist.
Okay, he's got the plastic, and I'm going to show him again here, but you've got the blue tarping as well. What's the blue tarping? What's it going to be?
The blue is on the back side of the white. It has an antimicrobial on it.
Okay.
So that's the stuff that doesn't let mold grow.
I got to tell you.
Yeah. Think about things, don't we?
I got to tell you, it's a far cry from the day where, you can just go down into the
visqueen plastic down. Yeah.
Yeah, well, or just see just see the blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We had an ironworker guy said in his access is through the closet, and he enlarged it because what he did after we did our, and we don't recommend this, but he's a gearhead.
He's a professional.
He's a professional. He made a little carrier with these baskets, and he would put like the Easter stuff and slide the basket, and then maybe have some Thanksgiving stuff and slide the basket on a rail, and he could pick the baskets up to get to the right one he needed, and he had these little hooks. Yeah, I came across him. He put extra storage space.
He designed his own conveyor.
Yeah, well, it's on little baskets that would run down and run back. Just 3 of them, and he could lift them out because he widened the opening to get these baskets 15 by 30, and he put a rail system down there because he said it's bone dry now.
Well, that makes sense.
So he added storage space.
Don't give Doty any ideas, Dave.
Well, as long as she's the one going in and getting
That's
it, right?
exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, that's the crawl space doors are 32 by 16, 24, and 32 or something like that. So I guess there is.
If you need a better access, we can do one on the outside for you.
See, I didn't get a picture of that, but I did see you had the nice little egress windows too.
Yeah, we do that for basements. The extra bedroom, peace of mind, and a lot of light. I mean, the light that the egress windows put in a basement. Sometimes it's like, am I upstairs?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it's a safety peace of mind thing.
Right.
But if you're going to put an egress window in your foundation wall, you might want to make sure you get a company that knows how to waterproof it right. When you cut a 4-foot hole in your wall.
Yeah, I can see you wanting to make sure you got a professional involved somewhere in the that makes that makes.
It doesn't cost us to have us out. We've been doing free estimates since 1986.
I mentioned I've shown your name here a couple times. The Woods Basement System is the best way to get a hold of you, though, right?
That's great. All our videos, testimonials, all the products are online there. It is our 35th anniversary in August.
Oh, really?
1986, doing free estimates. Haven't changed that since then.
And that's the thing. That's the interesting thing. You started as basically it was just started out as like half a dozen people, wasn't it?
When I joined 21 years ago, there was 19 of us.
And now
we
there
have
are
200.
Over 200.
I can't count them all. Yeah.
And last year when you were here, you mentioned we talked about you had. I thought there was like 10 or 12 crews, but for 200 people, I guess I figure you had 8, maybe 17, 18 crews. That's not true anymore, is it?
27.
That's a lot of crews.
Our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then do you ever use contractors as well? I guess you'd have to.
Well, if in the basements, if they want to add like a bathroom and stuff, we'll coordinate that with a plumber and electrician and stuff like that. We don't do that type of work, but we can help coordinate that to get the project done. One-stop shop here at Woods Basement System. But
I guess so. So thinking about it, then I'm trying to think. You work inside the house to the edge of the house, and then the outside of the house goes to other folks.
Well, right. Egress is outside, but we'll do those little things like that. But yeah, typically, spend on your foundation repair or the concrete leveling. That's an outside work. But if it's sewer, plumbing, electrical, we're not the experts in that. And we got so much business. It's you don't
want to learn it.
We got so much. We're blessed the way we are. Just if we can team up with somebody else and share a little bit of the blessing. Helping another company out
and helping folks.
There you go.
Let those. I mean, you guys are professional, but that's their job too.
That's right.
That makes a ton of sense. I tell you what, let's do. Let's take one more quick break, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to show some other potential indicators of problems,
all right.
And then we're going to also show some of this stuff that Dave brought. That's a nice little. I sold those. And that's nicer than what I sold.
Okay.
That's very nice. You're on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Dave Thompson. Back right after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here along with Dave Thompson from Woods Basement Systems over in Collinsville, but you can find them all over Southern Illinois. And actually, if you go on their website, I was talking to Dave in a commercial. You go on their website, you can see testimonials. Probably your friends and neighbors have already put the testimonials in there, I suspect, some of them, right?
Well, it's nice that you can actually see by the town.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You pull up. You can pull up. Say you're in Salem today, and you can pull up Salem, and then they say Bob R. You know that they were there. You can see what Bob R. said about about Woods. So it's another. I think it's a very effective tool as a homeowner to be able to use to see what other people think.
Well, we have the Better Business Bureau Torch Award for Marketplace Ethics 6 times. Since 1986.
No kidding.
But knowing what the local people are saying about you is just as powerful, because we could tell people how great we are, or throw out the big name, the Better Business Bureau, but they want to know what their neighbors are.
Well, that's the thing, because they'll go talk to their neighbor.
Sure.
And they'll say, look, Dave was here, but he was a jerk. The crew was good, but Dave was just the worst person ever. No, they won't say that. They might say that.
I was going to say, I'm going to take that professionalism back. What I said about you. Come on, dude.
They're not going to say that at all. They're not going to say that at all. But no, it's so yeah. Go to woodsbasementsystems.com and look up that kind of thing. All right. I've been kind of avoiding the exterior shots of the bricks because look at this. I mean, you could drive around in just about every brick house, or a lot of the brick houses you see. You'll see a little crack. So I might think, as a homeowner, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, well, that's just standard aging. Isn't that just standard aging, Dave?
No.
That's not standard.
No, that's not. And probably when I start seeing that one, that's the second release point. There's probably another foundation issue somewhere that may or not be visible. That's the second release. So if you're having a foundation issue where you're having some differential settlement, there's got to be 2 cracks. There's got to be the start and the release of the second one. And one of those 2 parts of the houses are moving.
Yeah.
So if you see that, get somebody out there to give you a free estimate on that, because it's going to get worse, and worse means more money.
Once you see this one, eventually you might end up seeing this one. There's and if you're seeing this one,
you waited a little bit too long.
It's a little too long. Yeah. You're going to have to replace that wall, probably, aren't you? Or is that what's the thought?
Well, our hydraulic systems,
that's right.
The piers handle so much weight, and on that single level, you have a good chance of getting some recovery. All right, some lift on that. The problem with over time is the different mortar, the different backs of the bricks actually fall to the interior.
Yeah.
And now you're pushing up against these wedges, if you will. So it's hard to maybe get it back as like that first crack, if we catch it early enough, we got a better chance of getting it closed up than we do with such extreme cracks.
We got a new back porch like last year, a year and a half ago, and I started having a little bit of erosion. So I pulled a block off to try to fix the spot where the erosion was. And I'm not really all that smart about how this stuff works, because when I pulled the block off, I didn't realize there was all this loose rock underneath that just kept coming out and kept falling out. So so I couldn't get the rock back in place correctly.
Right.
That's basically what somebody's going to find in the back of their wall from the mortar coming out, right?
Exactly, and it makes it harder to get that nice, clean lift to put all the puzzle pieces back together.
Yeah.
So definitely catching it earlier is cheaper than later, because you got to retuck point that, you got to reseal that.
Yeah,
there's other things you got to do besides the foundation repair.
Yeah, you're going to have to fix on this one. You're going to have to fix the foundation, but you're also going to have to fix the wall.
And to have it match, you're going to have to retuck point that wall. Otherwise, you're going to have that discoloration. So,
tell me a little bit about what's going on here.
That's our lift on a beam in a home. Now that was a really large house, because that's a really large beam that they had in when they built the house. But with our adjustable galvanized...
Oh, wow, yeah, that is a big steel beam.
But with our adjustable galvanized post now, you can sit that now and be able to adjust it over time. If it's settled in the middle or sagged, all right, we can help apply pressure over time and get that stopped from settling any further.
You brought one
galvanized, and the wood won't...
you brought one of those with you?
Yeah, I did, because it's adjustable up here, all right? We could put it on an I-beam. Our I-beam fits there.
Yeah.
All right. Not quite as stout as the other one.
Yeah.
But if you have an existing beam that's fine, we have another adapter for that. But we can get these in as your column supports to level up the crawl space floor as best as possible. Again, if you let that sag over time, that wood warps. That wood bowls out, and it's hard to correct that when you let it go over time. So the sooner you catch your problem and get it repaired, the better off you are.
What kind of lengths do these come in? I mean, I'm assuming that this one looks like it's adjustable, maybe.
Right.
An inch or two, or
this was
how deep
cut,
is that?
And they come to us at 8 feet.
Oh, okay.
So we can cut to the right length we need for your specific.
You've got your own workshop.
Exactly.
The ones that we used to, the lumberyard used to sell, and granted, your lumberyards do sell this kind of stuff sometimes, but it's set for a particular height.
Right.
You can't adjust, like you might need a 4 foot in one part of the cellar and 5 or 6 in the other part.
And sitting this on top of like a cinder block.
That's not a good idea?
That's usually not a good idea.
Why not?
Well, because our base support needs to be more like a footing, if you will.
Okay.
And I don't want to give away the trade secrets.
Oh, I don't want you to.
But yeah, you need something stable there that this is resting on, so you can get that lift that you need.
All right. See, I'm looking for the base here, and you have
Yeah, you can't see it.
You can't see it. You've dug out a trench there to put the base in the ground, right?
Well, some of that could be a drainage issue as well.
Okay.
To keep the water from collecting on that side of the property, because again, that's that shoe in the mud type of thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to customize the right repair for the right issue that we see in your home.
Yeah.
So you have the peace of mind that it's going to be healthy, it's going to be dry, it's going to be stable, and the property value. You've restored the property value.
That's something I hadn't even mentioned. Hadn't really even thought about how. I mean, because inspectors say you're wanting to sell your home's going to get inspected.
Sure.
If you're selling your home, or if you're buying a home, you're going to have an inspection. And if somebody goes in there and they're going to look for foundation problems,
they do.
They're going to look for moisture issues. And
wood rot in the crawl space. Yeah.
Wood rot. Yeah. Well, that picture's not having wood rot. If they get steel rot,
right.
Wow, they've got bigger issues than their foundation. But they're going to look for that kind of thing, and that's going to affect your appraisal. It's going to affect everything involved at the house, isn't it?
And a lot of times to sell it, you have to give them a greater discount than what the repair is.
Oh, is that right?
Because they don't want to buy a problem, right?
No.
So they're going to go high.
Yeah.
They want to make sure they have enough money to fix it right. And if they could save a little bit of money, they're going to put it on the seller, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we see that all the time. And then they want it repaired and take $5,000 off the house just to buy it because there's been a problem. So with us, our work comes with a written transferable warranty.
Oh, really?
You can transfer that because the products
to the next homeowner,
and then to the next one.
Oh, really?
And to the next one. It is for the life of the structure.
No kidding.
So the warranty stays at that property.
Oh, well, see, now that's handy. That's that a lot of. It's not like buying a car where the warranty is to the first
50,000 miles. You sell it 45. I get 5,000. That's it. No, not at all.
Wow, that's all right. All right, you showed me that. Tell me what this thing is.
Well, this is our waterproofing water guard device.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of a 4-inch. It's the equivalent of a 4-inch drain tile, basically. But it's it's manufactured with these bevel edges for strength and integrity, so we can re-concrete it in and it doesn't collapse. You don't want shrinkage, closage, gaps. It's a great product. This has been around for 1996.
Oh, really? How's the water get in it?
Well, there's seepage holes in the back.
All right. I didn't see the holes in the back.
The vertical flange allows any water to come down. Now, we put our vapor barrier up. That's fine. The water still gets in. And it just handles a lot of water. And it doesn't clog. It's a clog-free system because of where we put it with the footing and the floor. It doesn't get clogged with like drain tile does over time.
That's about as handy as can be.
It's amazing how good it works.
Tell me, we've only got a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes left. Tell me a little bit about tell me the future, Dave. What's going on? You've had innovation in the 20 years you've been there. What are we going to see next?
Well, some of the wall repair, like on the commercial with the beam supports, we have some steel structure that we use with the home, so we're not relying on just the wood and the I-beams. We have a steel structure that's a patented process that we talked about, exclusive to us. You can't get that anywhere else.
Oh, no kidding.
So we don't rely on just the framing of the house. We got steel on steel stopping that wall from
See, that was one of the things, this is Dave's second time on the show, that was one of the things we talked about last time that I thought was just amazing, and I still do, how your beaming system can move a foundation wall back in either direction where it's supposed to be, how it has been supposed to be.
It's like the stair-step and crack in the brick, though. The sooner you catch it, the better chance you have.
Yeah.
The more it moves in, you got more forces, more weight. It takes more time. So if you want to correct it sooner, you got to call sooner to get us out there. But we will stabilize that wall. We'll stop the settling. And we'll dry up those basements and crawl spaces.
What do you think?
We will.
What do you think? Well, you see, you doggone it, you will. What do you think is the biggest, the largest foundation wall you have moved?
18 inches. I was at the job taking photos of this. It was south of here. It was a prefab house, thank goodness, so the floor structure had I-beams in this basement. The wall fell in because it was unincorporated, and they did not put any steel in the foundation wall. So it came in 18 inches. It ruined the finished walls on the inside.
It would have.
It was the only thing that was holding up that wall. And we stabilized it so we could work on it safely. And then we pulled that wall back. Had to do exterior excavation. We had to get that pressure off. We pulled that wall back 18 inches. The previous record was in Granite City, which was 15 inches, 15 and a half inches. And on that side wall, on both side walls, it came in on the I-beam. And then when we pulled it back, you can see the scratch marks on the I-beam, 15 inches. So
if you're the homeowner on something like that, you must be thinking, I'm going to lose my house.
Well, the luck of that was it was a prefab house that came in on 2 sections with I-beams, not wood. Otherwise, it would have been bad.
Dave, I wish I had all day. I wish I had all day.
Well, maybe invite me back.
Maybe I can. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Dave Thompson from Woods Basement Systems. Go to woodsbasementsystems.com and by all means, keep your house safe. And catch it early, Dave.
That's best.
Catch it early.
All
hey,
right.
folks, thanks very much. We'll see you next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a great day.